Hello everyone, it's Paige and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm excited because it's mail day. I have a cool package that I can't wait to unbox and show you and talk about. But first, I just want to do a little sit down chit chat because there's been a new development in my life and I'm really excited about it. So I am passionate about the game of golf again. I have gone through, if you've listened to my podcast or even, through the years on my YouTube channel, my love for the game of golf ebbs and flows. I think that when I first started out, I was obsessed with it. I had so much passion. I loved it. All I wanted to do was to be a professional golfer. And so through junior golf, I worked my butt off. I worked so incredibly hard and I had so much passion for what I was doing. But then when I got to about 17 years old, it almost became a job because there were two options that I had. It was either to turn professional or it was to go play golf at a university. And my game wasn't, I would say, where it needed to be to turn professional, and that was my whole goal. When I started golf, all I wanted to do was play professional golf. That's all I wanted. Even when I first started, I was like, I'm not gonna go to college, I'm gonna turn professional at 18. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I want to do. But when it kind of came a little bit closer, I saw the girls, I would say grad years like Jessica Korda and Lexi Thompson was about 2 years younger than me, but they were just ahead of me in their development. And so I knew that I had to go play golf in college. And even though I made that decision, it was very stressful because you need to get a full ride. I need to get a full ride to a good school. And it became almost like a job, even in high school. And I just remember grinding, but not really loving it, honestly. And then I went to college. I first went to University of Arizona. It just wasn't the right fit for me. And so I started to almost lose my passion, my love for the game, even more so in college. And then transferred to San Diego State. And although I had an amazing experience there, I loved my coach, Coach Spalding. She was incredible, and my teammates, I love them as well. My passion for the game was just like going down, down, down. And I remember it was my last tournament. We were playing conference in Utah, last hole. I remember being so happy, almost that I could cry, because I was like, I'm done with golf forever. I'm putting my clubs in the closet and I'm not gonna touch them anymore. Well, that lasted about 2 weeks, and I don't know if it was because I didn't really have anything else going for me at the time. I was a bit lost because even before golf, within gymnastics, all I wanted to do within gymnastics was to be at the top and an elite gymnast. And then with golf, I was like, all I want to do is turn professional. I think it was almost like a sad realization, like maybe this quite isn't for me, or maybe I'm not where I need to be at this level to do that. It's almost disappointing. You get discouraged. And I think that's probably part of the reason why I didn't want to do it. And so I ended up picking my clubs back up about 2-3 weeks later and just started playing a ton of tournaments. I would say that was a point where my game started to go a little bit more up, and I was excited about it until I won the Colorado Stroke Play, and my entire life changed overnight. That's when the article was written about me. I gained all these followers, and at first it was great because I was like, one, I needed financial support, and these companies were reaching out to me, and it was awesome. But then I had all these people hating on me 24/7, calling me names, saying that I suck at golf, and it really took a toll on my confidence, which I'm already not a very confident person to begin with. So that on top of me already doubting myself and feeling like I'm not good enough was just like torture for me. And so I would go out every single day and I would practice, more so because I didn't want to be embarrassed and I didn't want people to see me fail, not because I loved practicing in the game of golf. And so I was going up and doing this every single day with a bit of resentment instead of feeling ignited by this fire and this love of the game, which I definitely did not have. So then I think you guys know the rest of the story. I played in Dubai, did not do well, played a year professionally, had actually a decent year. I won on the Cactus Tour. I made the cut at the Scottish Open, which was an LET event. Then I went back to Dubai, missed the cut, and then never played ever again. My dad said that he knew that I wasn't going to, I wouldn't say make it, but that I didn't really have the right it factor to play professionally is when I won the Cactus Tour event. It was my first professional win, and he just said I looked not happy. It was almost like a sense of relief that people weren't gonna shit on me, compared to like, wow, this is a huge stepping stone in my career. And so with golf, I was just looking at it the wrong way, and playing professionally, I think, was just what it killed me in having that social media presence. I think we always talk about this, if I didn't have that big jump in my career on the social media side, there's a good shot I would probably be playing professionally, because that killed my confidence so much. And I think, and I still believe this to this day, I have the game to compete, and I know that. I know I hit the ball well. I have an amazing short game. I can putt the ball. I'm good, and I know that. But here, always up here, was never my strong suit. And I also don't think I practiced the right way too. I was so focused on getting a perfect swing, and I didn't play enough. So I always tell parents with, junior golfers who want to make it to that next level, don't worry about perfect swing. Practice short game and go out on the golf course and play for things that matter, whether it's money, candy, wood, any type of pressure you put on yourself, and while you're playing, that's what you need to do, and that's what I didn't do. And so, very long-winded story, and I think that background is really important. And I have talked about it before, and I'm sure you know that story, but it was a bit of a refresher. But I think that's really important to why I feel the way I do when it comes to golf. I know that my career is surrounding golf every single day, and it took a really long time for me to start to love the game again after playing professionally. And I remember dreading going out, not wanting to practice, not wanting to play, having so much anxiety that someone was potentially keeping my score, because I didn't want someone to know that I shot something higher than what was deemed, good enough by, all the people that were hating on me. And I know I shouldn't care what people think, but there's just so much ego tied in with golf, and you all know this, that it's really hard to separate yourself from the game. It's really hard sometimes, and I know you can all relate to this feeling when you have a bad round of golf, just how low and terrible and miserable you feel about yourself. There's this like addicting aspect to the game of golf, which can be very toxic. I always say it's a love-hate relationship. There are days where you just never want to touch a golf club ever again. You want to break all your clubs in the bag, but you hit one good shot and you're back into it again. It's like it always pulls you back in. But I really wasn't having that feeling of being pulled back in. I was doing it because I had to do it. one, because I needed to make money for myself, and two, it's just a part of my job. But this year, I really am starting to love the game of golf again. And I want to get better, and I want to practice, and I want to play, and I want to keep my score. I want to track my stats, and I just want to improve and be the best player that I can be. So that's why I'm really excited that I was able to team up with ShotScope, because I never felt before that I was practicing the right way. So I didn't either have the right data, or I wasn't tracking my rounds properly, or honestly, I didn't want to know, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I didn't want to know what I was bad at. And so I didn't want to know how many greens I was missing, or fairways I was missing, or if it was left or right, or how many putts, or all of this stuff, because I was so self-conscious and so insecure that I didn't even want to know that, wow, you really suck with your long irons and you're only hitting 6 greens a round. I was almost trying to trick myself into having fake confidence, but then you don't know what to improve on and what to get better. I always tell people that you have to track your rounds. You have to track your rounds of golf, because you could think that, wow, I am really great with putting, but my scores they're not there. Well, you don't have less putts because you're hitting less greens, and so you're not even giving yourself a chance to make, birdies, because you're missing greens. And so yes, you might have 2 putts, but you're missing a green, not getting up and down, and you're making a bogey, but you're looking at your putting stats thinking, this isn't all that bad, but track it all the way back, and it could be you're missing greens because you're not hitting fairways, because you're always off and you're not giving yourself a good shot. So everything kind of plays in together, and a lot of people don't realize that, but you do when you start keeping your stats. And I think for some people it's really difficult to be able to do that during a round of golf, is to write them out. And so that's why I'm really excited about this new technology. It is revolutionary, one of a kind, something I have never seen before from ShotScope. And I think you're gonna be really interested in it. So let's get right into the unboxing. So this is the Pro LX Plus, and this is awesome because it is a rangefinder plus a GPS watch all together. And so if you don't like wearing the watches, or if you like having the watch but you also like having the rangefinder, they are combined into one now. And so this is kind of like the perfect tool for you to get better. And so I like the packaging. I think it's really nice. It feels really nice. Like the box has like this like velvety feel to it. I don't know about you, but packaging to me, and you know, the graphics and how it looks is important to me because it means they put a lot of time and effort into it. So it looks really nice. It feels nice. They also have just, you know, information within the back. So it has like a vibration feedback. So when you shoot it, it vibrates in your hand. So you know that you hit the flag, which, oh my gosh, that is so important to me because you don't know how many times I've been in tournaments and I've shot something in the back, or I just didn't quite get it, and I flew the green because I was way off. Or my mom used to caddy for me in all my events. She would shoot the back and she'd be like, it's 110, and it was actually like 70 to the pin, and I'd fly it, and I'm like, okay, well, that's great. So they have red and black dual optics, slope technology, comfort, stability, grip, handling with FMB plus hazard, GPS distance, which is really important. And they just kind of show you what it looks like. So as it says, that the Pro LX Plus gives golfers the best of both worlds, exactly what I just told you guys. Fast, accurate rangefinder and a powerful GPS handheld with 36,000 preloaded courses. Huge, that is massive. Providing distance to the FMB of every green. So front, middle, back. FMB is front, middle, back. Every green and hazard, the first of its kind. Yes, I've never seen this before. This thing's amazing. The Pro LX Plus allows you to track your performance using 16 tracking tags and providing over 100 statistics to improve your game. So within this box, it has one ShotScope Pro LX rangefinder. So you get the rangefinder. And then you have the ShotScope H4 GPS handheld. So it comes together. So let's open this bad boy and see what's actually inside. So I got my scissors, very important to have when you are doing an unboxing. I actually don't do many unboxings for you guys. I think it's because I just get so excited about the package that I just want to open it up. and then you guys don't get the joy of doing the unboxing with me. So I'll get better at that. Like even with this one, I got it and I was like, I was playing a couple rounds of golf and I was like, okay, I want to open it up, but then I had to save it for the unboxing. So, so here it is. Looks like this. I'll get a little closer of it. But it's really nice, light. You can like grip it anywhere. Just grip it. See, it fits on a shirt perfectly. You can put it on your belt buckle. You can put it wherever you want. Has a little clip. And then it has the charger. Directions, which you should read because I never read them and I always do. And I'm like, how do I charge it? And it's like, yeah, it's on the thing. You're stupid. And then we have tags. Ooh, cool. These are cool. Look at these things. Okay, so we got those. And then that is it. So that was all in the H4. There's a little sticker here. Sticker off. Okay. Next up, let's open the rangefinder. So this is the Pro XL. I love taking plastic off of things. Okay, so let's open this bad boy up. Ooh, slides off. Really nice packaging. Oh, I like the colors on the case, the black and orange, very sleek. Oops, a little clip fell, but there's a clip. There's a cleaner, directions, dropping everything, a little tag to put on your golf bag, and then this is what it looks like. Good size, like nice and light, doesn't feel too heavy. I like that it has like the zipper plus the clothes on it. Nice in the back. Case is really nice. I like the case. Okay, so this is fancy. Ooh, really nice. I like the way this fits in my hands. Some of them are like a bit bulky and I have like shaky hands, and so it's like hard for me to like get control of it. But this one, the way it like kind of like grips into your hand, as you can see right there, like kind of folds in right there. And it just feels like really nice. Feels like expensive too, which you don't want something like cheap and plasticky. And it has like that nice grip there again, so you do feel like you have like a good hold on it. But this thing right here is like, I am loving this. It just feels so comfortable. And then you have a spot right here where you can clip this on. So this is gonna then come out of here like that, and just a little magnet, and then you just stick it on there. And now you have the 2 and 1. So you have the rangefinder plus the GPS. So again, I think that the reason I was so drawn to this is that there's so many devices that you have your rangefinder, you have the GPS, but it being one and it being very user friendly is huge for me. I always joke with everyone that my whole business is online, so you think I'd be really tech savvy, but I am not. I am the absolute opposite of that. So I need things that are really easy for me to understand when it comes to technology. And so it's so easy to get the GPS going and to track everything, all my stats, all the analytics. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. I swear, I am the worst at it, but this is so simple and so easy. And it just feels really nice. And like I said, if you don't also like wearing things around your wrist when you play golf, I know sometimes that is a little bit weird for some people. Now you can do the GPS on your rangefinder, and it's gonna give you a really accurate yardage as well. I know sometimes with the GPS, when they wear on the watch, it doesn't quite give you the distance. It will just give you, the front, middle, or back. And so now with the GPS plus the rangefinder, you are going to get the exact distance and you're going to track all of your stats. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to track your stats if you want to get better. I don't care if you're trying to break 150 for the first time or if you're trying to break 70 or anything in between. Tracking your stats and knowing what you need to practice, and especially for a lot of people who don't have a lot of time to be able just to go out for 5 hours and practice every part of your game, knowing exactly and pinpoint what you need to work on, whether it's chipping, wedge shots, bunker shots, iron shots, long iron shots, even where you're missing it, is really going to help you so much. It's going to bring your practice in and really focus you in on, let's say I only have 30 minutes, but I know I'm really struggling with my long irons. Then you take those 20 minutes to just practice long irons, and you can work the other 10 minutes on whatever else you want to feel comfortable with. But a lot of people don't really know what they need to work on, and I am the exact same way. So I'm really excited to take this out with me and start tracking all of my rounds. And because yes, I have this newfound passion, but I am also playing in a lot of events this summer, and I haven't really played any competitive golf in such a long time. And even though some of them are like fun team events where it's like a shamble or a scramble, there's still a lot of pressure on you. And I think more so for me, because when I go to these events, sometimes I'm listed as a professional still. And so people are expecting a certain type of player to show up and to help carry the team. And so if I'm shanking balls all around and I'm not playing that well, one, it's disappointing for myself and my ego because I want to play well, but more importantly, I'm disappointing my team and the people who have paid money to be in this event are expecting, to compete and to win, and expecting a certain type of player. And so I always want to show up and bring my A game. And I feel like the last couple years, I just kind of show up and I'm like, let's hit and hope and see what happens, and luckily I can kind of still scrape it around. But I don't want to do that this year. I don't want to show up and just be like, well, see what happens today. I want to know that my game is solid. I want to know that my wedges are good, and I think that I can still drive it pretty well. Driving's actually been one of the best parts of my game. Irons are here and there, but I have lost so much touch with my wedges. And with a lot of these events, I get to play from the forward tees, and so we have a lot of short wedge shots, and I don't know what is going on, but I just am not executing them at all, and it's been very disappointing for me. And so that's something that I really want to improve on. But I want to know when I go to these events that if I have a 65-yard shot, I know exactly what to do, and I know how to execute it. And so I'm excited to start tracking all of my stats, and I'm excited to take you along the process with me and to prepare for these events and how I prepare. I think that I have learned so much throughout my career on what to do and what not to do, and I wish I knew everything that I know now before when I was trying to play professionally, because I think I would have had a better shot at it. Of course, like between the ears was a whole nother it's a whole nother thing that we couldn't handle, but it's just preparing and practicing. And I don't play full time, you know, and I have other obligations, and so I don't have a lot of time. And so I'm excited to show you off of the stats that I'm getting from ShotScope how to really pinpoint your practice to get better, faster, quicker, and easier. And so throughout this series that I'm gonna be doing with ShotScope, we're gonna be talking about the data. I'm gonna be showing you how to execute and how to really improve your game with maybe not a lot of time, or you want certain drills or certain things when you're looking at your data from ShotScope to really improve. And so I think this is going to be an amazing series for all of us to go through. One, I'm so excited to just get better and improve my own game, but two, for you guys to get better too. I mean, golf is just going to be crazy this summer. We're all going to be playing, but we want to play good golf as well. And I think while you're watching this series to really enhance and improve your own skill level, I think it's really important to invest in the Pro LX Plus, because you then can look at your own data the way that I'm looking at my own data, and we'll be doing it almost as like we're together, as like a little community, and I think that's really great. And I'd love to get to the point too where you can actually share your stats with me and tell me what you need from me, and maybe I can start doing some personalized drills as well through this YouTube series. So that is all for today. I'm very excited for everything to come. Thank you so much for watching the unboxing with ShotScope, the Pro LX Plus. If you want to get it, we'll be linking it down below. So go check it out. Again, the convenience of having the GPS plus the rangefinder is massive, and not having to, like, if you want to clip it on you, great, you can do so, but if you don't like wearing watches or doesn't give you as much data as you need, check this bad boy out, because it is awesome and it feels so good. And I can't wait for all of our games to get better during the summer. Maybe we can, at the end of this, we can all talk about what we improved on, how we got better, and what our scores got down to, or maybe our handicaps. I don't really keep a handicap anymore. I think I play off scratch, but I don't really shoot much higher than about a 75, 76 now, but I also don't shoot much lower than like a 71, 70. So I'd like to consistently get back into the 60s a little bit more and have my higher rounds, which I say I don't really shoot more than a 76, but sometimes I can still kind of throw a high number out there. And so I want to get that lower, and I want to get my lower rounds back into the 60s more consistently. So those are my goals when it comes to my improvement over the summer, and hopefully the Pro LX Plus can take me there. So again, guys, down below, it's going to be linked if you want to check it out. And as always, leave a comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next Thursday.